great. All go, no wait. Champion, no debate. First place, go play. Humble.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Humble Greatness in the building, and I have a special guest with me again today.
What's up?
Here at the good old Humble Talks and Humble Greatness Studios, man. I'm going to just go ahead and let him introduce himself real quick. Go ahead.
What's up, y'all? My name is Warkim. Just good to be here.
One of the smartest people that I have met in my life.
He reaching, y'all. He reaching.
Man, so we're just going to dive into this, man.
Yeah, man.
So let me talk about this. First of all, it's your birthday today.
Yeah.
21 all over again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sounds more like 44 to me, but yeah.
44, bro.
Yeah,
and he looks
man.
younger than me. He's 44.
Listen, bro, it's a blessing to be here at that age, but trust me, 44 let me know all the stuff I did at 17 was dumb.
Oh, okay. I feel you on that. So tell me about this, man. We're just going to just break down some stuff so people really know who you are. Mm-hmm. Where were you born at?
I was born in New York, born in the Bronx, Lincoln Hospital.
Shout out to the Bronx.
Yeah,
Okay.
Man, they got BX. And then, from there I lived in Jersey City, and we kind of traveled back and forth between the Bronx and Jersey City. About 13 years old, moved down to South Carolina, Greenville, what up?
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Went to high school there, left, went into the Army, and just kind of bounced around.
Whoa. That was quick.
Yeah.
That was quick. Hold on. So after high school.
Yeah. I went to the Army.
Why did you go to the military?
Honestly, so funny story.
I'm ready. Come on.
My older sister was going to go, and I remember coming home. I was getting ready to go to work. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I came in, and there was two recruiters sitting there on the couch. As soon as I walked in the door, they stood up.
At your house?
Yeah.
They was already there?
They was already there. They was there for my sister.
Okay.
How you doing, young man? I look, hey, what's going on? They was like, you mind if we talk to you for a minute? I was like, nah, I'm good. And I walked straight to the room. My mom comes knock. I'm like, hey, what's up? She was like, you don't even want to talk to him? I was
No.
like, nah, they ain't got nothing to say to me. And she was like, you need some discipline. I was like, I got discipline.
Man.
The reason that I went in was because my senior year, on my birthday, anniversary, first time I skipped school. Okay?
All right, for sure.
So I skipped school. It was probably the worst day I had. Everywhere we was driving to, if I was in the front seat, I'm ducking down. I'm like, is that my mom car? Is that her car? So once that
parents always know.
Yeah,
Parents
man.
always know. Yeah,
So
come on.
once I got through that, then I just started skipping school a lot. And so my man that I rap with, Keoki, Keoki, Marlon, Medina, we'd all skip school. And, we go freestyle, play some Sega, drink some beer,
He said Sega. Some of y'all
Sega
watching don't even know what Sega is. Y'all have no idea. Go Google that real quick. Sega.
Yeah, man, for real.
Okay. So you decide to, let me ask you this. In school, in high school, did you play sports?
Yeah. I ran track. And
what events?
The 400 was my event.
Okay.
But listen, I'm going to tell you, I never really used to practice, so I never really saw the field. Same thing with football. Like I went out for football, wide receiver, cornerback. I told the coach, I said, hey man, I'm a running back. And he's like, all right, go over there with the running backs. I go over there, the running back coach looked at me, was like, what you doing over here? I was like, coach told me to come over here. I'm a running back. He was like, go over there with the wide receivers. And I was like, because I was a run. I was small. I mean, I graduated high school. I think I was like 5'5", 112 pounds, something like that. Yeah.
Graduating high school for real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I didn't have my growth spurt until my first year in the military. Like I came home for Christmas after being gone from September to December.
Okay.
I grew 3 inches, put on like 20 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So, they gonna work you out a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on. So what branch were you in?
Army. Yeah, United States Army.
So how long did you serve?
I did 4 years.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's a big deal.
It was a pleasure, man. I attribute going to the service. I always say it like this: God, military, the reason why I am where I am today. You know
Dang. Hey, y'all. For y'all taking notes, chalk that down, bro. That's
but here's the thing, though. Like you gotta make it work for you. You know what I mean? Like you can't just be like, all right, well, I went to the military, get out and just be like, all right, somebody hire me. Like you still got to put in work. You just have more advantages. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Like usually they see, prior service, as long as you have a general under honorable conditions or honorable discharge,
Yeah.
you getting a job, man. And you'll beat out a lot of competitors because they're like, hey, this person served, they got discipline, they'll show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
For
you know
real.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because I used to, man, listen, I'll call into work in a minute. Hey, I can't make it. You know what I'm saying? And then I got in the military after I got out, man. It's rare that I call in, man. I'm like, I got to be deathly ill, or my wife got to be like, look, you just need to call in. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. Because I said to him, hey, I'll be there.
Yeah.
If I sign up for a shift, I made a verbal contract, and I'm like, I'm gonna be there. So I do my best to be there. But if I can't, you know what I mean? If I'm gonna get other people sick going, then it's just not smart to go. You know what I mean? Hey, take that to know, all you people with COVID. So, yeah, man.
I feel you, man. But at the end of the day, man, it's a little tough because there's a lot of people. Most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Mm-hmm. So even if I'm coughing and sneezing or whatever,
you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
I
get it, man. Listen, I get it. I do. Fortunately, my family and I, we are blessed. But you know, I feel like I still live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, paying off student loans. And again, I guess it falls back to, you said that you would do this, honor your word.
This is what you signed up for. Come on,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So, man, Sally Mae, Navient,
they getting the bread.
She brutal. In your pockets. I'm talking about, they got you upside down, shaking you. Like, yeah, man.
So let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about, so what do you do right now?
Right now, I'm a certified registered nurse anesthetist, or nurse anesthesiologist. They just kind of changed the vernacular there.
Okay.
So I work in the operating room. I put people to sleep so that surgeons can perform whatever surgery they need. So my job is to keep them asleep, pain-free, and wake them up, of course. You know, you can't get paid if you don't wake them up. So, but that's the technique in the anesthesia right there. So.
Okay. You good? Are you good?
Nah, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So, how long did you, man, when I hear about doctors and stuff, the first thing I think about is how long you are in school.
So
how long?
This wifey right here.
Come on, answer it.
Right.
On the scene, let's go.
Hold on, man.
We good, come on.
Yeah. Hey, wifey, call, you better answer.
Yeah, you better answer for real.
Answer.
So you're going to keep calling. So where we at? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I went to school for 4 years. You had to get a bachelor's degree in nursing, so I went to school for 4 years.
Where at?
At Wichita State.
Shout out Wichita State.
Yeah, man, they got a really good nursing program. And then I worked for a little while, and then I went to school at Middle Tennessee School of Anesthesia. They specialize in nursing anesthesia.
So did you have to move out there?
Yeah, we moved to Nashville.
Tennessee?
Yeah, we was in Goodlettsville the first year, Nashville, East Nashville the second year. It was nice, man. I like Nashville.
So you say are we married this time?
My wife and I, we went out there together.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So what was she doing?
She was working at Vanderbilt. She was the assistant to the vice chancellor of finance. She's a numbers girl, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's always good to have.
We got some high positions in the room.
I'm a science guy, not a numbers guy. So
I like it. Hey, come on, we got some high positions in the room. So when you move, let me ask you this. Let me slow down for the people who really don't know, right? So you go to school here. Are you married to her while you're in school?
No, not at all, man. I didn't get married until like a year before I went back to school for my master's program.
I got you. Okay.
So yeah, all through, me going to school and then working probably like 4 or 5 years.
Got you.
Yeah, I was single.
Because when you're saying she's moving with you, I think that's a tough thing because it's like, hey, now we got to move over here. She has to uproot from her job. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So big up my wife, Darcy. Shouts to you. Like, moving is not easy for women. Like in general,
it's not, especially when we talk about moving away from family.
Yeah, it's different for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll pick up a gun and be like, I don't know, what's up? Let's go figure it out. You know
Bro,
what I mean?
we'll move to LA tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And there's some women that will. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a hater of women. I know you be out there doing it, but I do think it's a little harder on women than it is on men. But I think the way I presented it to her, man, I mean, we started talking about our future, what we want it to look like.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to go back to school. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I'll support you going back to school. And I told her, I said, I want to have a family, but I want it to be a situation where if you don't want to work, you don't have to work. You know what I'm saying? That was my thing. And that's old school, but and women's liberation, more power to you. I know a lot of women like working. My sisters, they in the workforce, so I'm all for it, whatever.
Yeah.
But I told my wife, I said, if you want to work, you can work. If you don't want to work, you ain't got to work.
Dang.
So
that's
that was
dope,
the option.
man.
Yeah, and then once we started having kids, she's like, I want to stay home with the kids. I'm like, cool, I got you. I got it. So that's me. I hold it down financially, but let's not get it twisted. It works because my wife, she pretty much does everything else. You know what I mean? Like she
absolutely.
We talk about bills and everything, but she the one who handle them.
Yeah.
But she don't do nothing without talking to me. Like it's about communication. Right?
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. I bring home the money. She divvy it up, put it where it need to be. You know what I mean? We talk about investments.
Man, they got a team, man.
Yeah, you gotta
be a team,
man. You
yeah,
gotta be a team, man. We do investments like our kids. We got them little accounts now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And we was looking at it last night, and she's like, "Yo, by the time they turn 18, they might have like 180-something thousand." I said, "What?" I'm like, "Do you know how I would have at 18 with that much money?" Man,
I would have made a lot of bad decisions, bro.
I'm sure I would have. I'm for certain I would have. But just think about how far you ahead at that time. You know what I mean?
You're right. Absolutely.
But it comes down to your finances mimic the finances that you seen growing up. So if your parents were really good with money, or really frugal or terrible with money, those are the habits that you're gonna pick up until you learn. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And that's the whole thing. Like you have to learn. Like I firmly believe that schools should have financial education as a prerequisite, like a core curriculum class.
100%.
Like algebra and stuff like that should be financial freedom or something like that, man, where they teach you like, listen, this is how you be financially smart.
This is how you treat money.
Yeah, listen, our economy would freaking flourish if everybody knew how to do it. Granted, you get the knowledge, but you got to apply it still. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But they're not even teaching it. Instead, they got people up there like, hey, listen, you can't afford it. We got this credit card for you. We ain't need you to do a background check.
29.99%.
That's right. And then you in their pocket, and then they in your pockets. Like I said, shaking. Get out there.
You right. So first of all, man, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That's dope that you two are able to communicate like that together and able to be a team. She can stay at home with the kids.
Yeah.
You say kids, so what ages are we talking when we say kids?
I have 2 kids. I got a son. He's 2 years old. His name is Zion. And then I have a daughter. She's 2 months old. Her name is Naomi.
Okay. So we got some ones that are brand new to the world.
Man. And brand new dad. I'm old. I'm tired. But I love it, though. I wouldn't trade it for the world, man. I love my kids. I always knew I wanted to be a dad. So this is the ultimate for me. And I feel like it happened when it was supposed to happen.
Absolutely.
You know, you get up there in age, because I didn't get married till I was 37. You like 35 and you
single. Okay.
Still, and
okay, yeah.
I'm like, you how old? 35. You got kids? Nah, I ain't got no kids. You ever been married? Nah, I ain't been married. What's wrong with you? What you mean,
Red flags, right?
Ain't nothing wrong with me.
They're like, wait, hold on. What's wrong with you?
I used to get offended by that. And
Yeah.
then after that, I was just like, they started saying, what's wrong with you? I was like, I'm smart. That's what I'm smart.
Yeah, and you waiting your time.
Yeah, man. All things in due time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. God work it out the way he wanted. So we can make a plan like they say. You make a plan and God laughs. He got a sense of humor with me.
He be throwing curveballs at you all day long.
I'm like, all right.
So after the 4 years, then how long were you in college after that?
Another 2 years, 4 months. The program was 2 years and 4 months, but I mean, it all goes by quickly, man. I'm a nerd. You know what I mean? I'm a nerd, but I just enjoy learning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can never pack your brain with enough information.
Come on, that's facts.
So just why not? Why not learn? It's so much more. I feel like the older you get, the more you realize how much you don't know.
Yeah.
So then after that, you just like, man, I need to start figuring some things out.
That's dope.
You know?
Come on, man.
So
got wisdom in the building. Where are you living at right now?
Salina.
Salina. So you work where at in Salina?
I work at Salina Regional. I work for an anesthesia group, and we cover Salina Regional, and then we cover.
Got you. Okay.
Surgery center, Salina Surgery Center. So.
What do the shifts look like?
Honestly, I do call, but you know, we usually get about 40 hours a week.
Okay.
So.
I didn't know if they were working you 40, 50, 60 or COVID.
It
shot
really
y'all out
depends.
or what?
Nah, it depends, man. So during COVID, man, I mean, luckily we still had cases. Nobody really had to be furloughed or anything like
That's
that.
dope. Okay.
So again, another blessing. But they just switched to urgent and emergent cases. Like if it wasn't necessary, it needed to be done, or they didn't have to stay the night, then they would do it. But if you had to stay the night, or if it was like elective, like, oh man, I want to get my shoulder done. Nah, that could wait. Like that's basically how they was. It's like, nah, that could wait. That's not dire need.
You're right. You're right.
Because you got to think about it. You still trying to keep people safe. Hospital workers are overwhelmed because this huge influx.
Come on, man.
Like,
yeah.
So yeah, it made a bit of a difference, but it didn't hurt us too bad, man. So it's cool. I like it. I enjoy what I do.
So let me ask you this: what advice would you give the younger you?
Ooh. I probably could sum it up with this right here. Just be a man of your word. Be a man of your word. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Simple and plain. It sounds easy. Sometimes situations can arise and,
come on,
you may not make the best decisions. So I would that would probably be the one thing. Like if I could go back and say one thing, it'd be like, yo, be a man of your word. Just that's it. So
how strong does your faith play with where you're at in life right now?
Huge. I would not be here without my Lord and Savior Christ Jesus. 100%. And I grew up in the Nation of Islam, you know what I'm saying? And I probably my mom used to take us to church when we was like 6. Her and my dad split, so she was taking us to church. And I wasn't a fan. I was like, all churches got sleeping gas, because every time I go in there, all I do is fall asleep. Like I was thoroughly convinced. Then I hit about 19. This is when I was in the Army, and I would go out, wild out Saturday night, and I would come back to my room and I turn on the music and go to sleep to music. When I wake up in the morning, it's like Gospel Sunday.
Yeah,
so
come on.
You know, all these, gospel hymns and songs and whatnot. And I woke up and I was like, man, I feel good. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep doing that. So then I just kept doing it. And then I just read, like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just read a passage a day. So now I just read one passage a day. Kept doing it. And it didn't matter if I was faded when I came home, like I still read one. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. And then like my faith started to grow, and I wanted more. So then, I started going to church, and I think I was 19 when I made like the conscious decision on my own to go to church. And it was one of the best decisions I ever made. Man, I've been in some things where, they say, call on the name of Jesus and he'll save you. Yeah. Yeah, man. I can attest to that 100%.
That's awesome.
So yeah, man, can't nobody tell me he ain't real.
Man, not on, me. Man.
You said somebody else, but not me. But he don't look like the image that everybody seen. That ain't what he look like. Read your Bibles, research. People.
Do your research.
That ain't what Jesus look like.
Do your research. Nah, man, I know that you have to go. His wife is blowing the phone apart, man. It's his birthday today.
Yeah, man.
She probably got something super amazing planned for you. You know what I'm saying? She's
really good at stuff like that too.
Yeah, and you got the kids. So man, I just wanted to chop it up with you real quick.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
And
this my man. Yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, man, we go way back. We're gonna have to talk about that at a different time, because if we do, we're gonna be here for a long time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nah, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. Go ahead, tap in. Like I always say, go ahead, like and subscribe. And if you want one of these Humble Greatness hats, there's a link below. You can follow on my Instagram, hit the DM, Humble Greatness Studios, and I will let you know how to get it. But with that being said, we out of here on a quick episode of Humble Talks. Y'all take it easy.
Peace.